Speaking of the beginning is the end, why tune and bore the shit out of you? I will tell you an untold story. So, when we were offered the Batman soundtrack, circa '97, for what became both the end is the beginning is the end, and the beginning is the end is the beginning, we were promised, the end credits song. We were a big band at the time, it's like Arnold's in the movie, Uma Thurman. Got to visit the set. Poison Ivy set, if anybody remembers that movie. Uma in the get-up, whole bit. It's cool, right? And Joel Schumacher, the great director, was the director of that movie. And there was some reason I had to go into his office on Warner Brothers lot, have this meeting. And as you do, you just get talking smack. And I said something about my looks or my lack of looks or something like that. And he goes, honey, anatomy is destiny. Anatomy is destiny. And he said, and you have destiny. And this guy's good, right? I love Joel Schumacher. Before I tell the punchline on this story, I want you to know that I remained friendly with Joel after this incident I'm about to describe for you. And if anybody's ever seen it, Joel did this, he's passed away now, but he did this thing a few years ago where he got very invested in teen suicide. He asked me to speak quite openly about suicide, or at least my own issues with it. And that's something I'm very proud of because we worked on that together. And I see it get shared occasionally, and I think, thank God for things like that. So thank God for Joel on that. But here's the story. Let's go to the premiere. I think George Clooney was Batman at that point. He was only in the one movie, right? And he bailed for tequila and George Clooney land. God bless George, nice person. At the premiere, over there in Westwood, the limos, the lights, the famous theater there that's been doing premieres since the 30s, the whole thing, Go in the theater, everybody's dressed up, and watching the movie. It's so bad that I can't even. It's like, how can you be in a bad Batman movie? It's like, this is so unfair, right? But I love Joel, but oh God, the movie's terrible. And I passed out in the middle of the movie. But of course I woke up for the end credits, because here comes my song, right? And so they play the song. And about a minute, and they just cut it to like another song. I don't know, it was like R. Kelly or somebody, right? And I was like, what the fuck? This is probably before email, but like, I'm yelling at somebody, like, I thought we were promised. So I did write Joel because I was friendly with him. I wrote him an email and said, what the fuck? I thought we were supposed to get the end credit song in the He goes, but you did. And I go, but we only got a minute. He goes, yeah, we had to promise all those other things for all those other people to promote this shitty movie. Don't be mad at me. Is that a good story? So you can play that different ways, right? Hey, go back in a time machine. Young Bill, someday you're gonna have your song in a Batman movie. What the, really? Yeah, end credits. Wow, I'd do anything to get that. And guess what? Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't know her yet, Uma Thurman, super hot babe. George Clooney. son of Rosemary. Wow. Or you're going to be in the worst Batman ever. Bill, reeling backwards. How would you play it?
I'll take it.
You'll take it?
I'll take it. I got what I got and I like it.
All right. Thank you. I will hold that proudly. Thank you. And I did get my revenge, lest ye forget. Years later, the incredibly overlooked slow version, the beginning is the end is the beginning, was used for the Watchmen trailer, plucked out of obscurity, and put in what might be the greatest movie trailer ever. Better than the movie, unfortunately, but that trailer was... So, you know, you get the clearance. Are you cool with this? I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll take that. You know what I mean? And then you get the thing. There's a catch. What's the catch? You're not in the movie. Right? So I was kind of bummed, like, oh, big hot movie, but cool. And I went to the movie and I was like, oh, this is a piece of shit too. Thank God I'm not in this one too.